The two sisters were married on the same day. The younger sister married the factory director, who drove a Santana. He also held 2 cartons of expensive cigarettes in her hand. The older sister's fiancé only rode a bicycle. A large red flower was tied to it. The woman did not mind that her fiancé was poor. At the moment he lifted her into his arms, she felt incredibly happy, because in her previous life she married the factory director. The director tormented her so cruelly that living was worse than dying. Her ignorant younger sister was driven mad with jealousy toward her. Seizing the moment when the woman went on stage to accept an award, she plunged a knife into the woman's chest. The younger sister claimed that if the woman hadn't snatched the director away back then, the person standing here to receive the award would have been her. Little did she know that all the beauty she saw was an illusion. In the end, the two sisters both collapsed in a pool of blood simultaneously. When she opened her eyes again, time had returned to the matchmaking lottery event 3 years earlier, before the woman could even react. The younger sister snatched the number 5 slip from the woman's hand. She smoothly matched with the director as a pair. Seeing her sister's smug expression, the woman realized that her sister had also been reborn. The younger sister was unaware that the man she chose was a sadistic tyrant. At that moment, she saw the poor fellow who had been matched with her in her previous life. Just the thought that because she had refused to marry him, and had been accused by everyone of rejecting the poor and favoring the rich, filled her with rage. To let the woman taste that feeling as well, she took the initiative to draw a lot for the woman ahead of time, intentionally pushing the woman into the poor young man's arms, not knowing that this poor guy was actually a disguised leader here to inspect the factory. The man recognized the woman as the kind girl he had been searching for over 3 years. The younger sister thought the woman would reject the poor fellow. Unexpectedly, the woman agreed to start a relationship with him. The man was so moved that he didn't know what to say. The younger sister mocked, saying if the woman really married this poor worker, she would never rise above her station for the rest of her life. The woman didn't care at all, and reminded the man to remember to come propose marriage to her the next day. Soon, the day arrived for the two sisters to marry together. They were dressed exactly the same, but the wedding processions were worlds apart. Everyone congratulated the younger sister on marrying the factory director, and mocked the woman for marrying a poor guy. The younger sister listened with a triumphant grin. Little did she know that even the neighbors noticed something was off about her husband. After all, the director only earned $100 a month. How could he have afforded a Santana worth $10,000? In contrast, the woman's husband was modestly dressed yet clean and tidy. The key was that he knew how to care for his wife. When the woman was suddenly lifted into the air, her face blushed with embarrassment. When she returned to the man's home, she was stunned. She hadn't expected that an ordinary worker could live in such a nice 2-bedroom apartment. The man hurriedly explained it was housing allotted by the factory. After speaking, he even took out his bank book and handed it all over to the woman. Seeing the $100,000 balance, the woman thought of how her previous life husband, the director, had always sought to embezzle company funds, so she quickly asked the man about the origin of this money. The man explained it had all been saved through his hard work. After that, he also began to tell her his story. It turned out they had met 3 years earlier, on that day, when the man was about to be bullied. It was the woman's appearance that rescued him. From that moment, he fell in love with her. The